Hello my friends, welcome back to my channel. It's Belinda here from Visualized NZ. I am just in the mood for collage, so I am going to do some collage today, and if that's not your thing, then go find someone else to watch. You're more than welcome to skip this video. But I just wanted to show you my very small shopping haul. I had to go get my cast changed, and while we were out, of course, I took the opportunity to visit a little craft shop, and my very sweet husband bought me this craft punch. I haven't used it yet. He thought I didn't have an umbrella, and I didn't, so he bought me this little umbrella punch. It's a brand I don't have either, so I'm not sure what that bit's for down the bottom. I don't know. Oh, okay, so it releases the punch. Okay, let's give it a whirl. Got to test these things out, don't we? Also, it cuts nicely. Oh, aren't they cute? And it happened to be raining yesterday, so I'll definitely be using those to document my day in my journal. Aren't they sweet? So, yes, my thoughtful husband bought me that, and it was only $3, which is actually pretty darn good for a punch. I'm quite intrigued by how that locks into place. Fascinating. Right, well, we don't need the packaging anymore. I'm going to dispense with that little bubbly plastic bit. This we can probably use for something. It's got a cool little tab out there. Oh, this has got all the different punches, or some of them, that they do. There's a few patterns there I don't have, which is quite fun. Like this little apple. You probably can't see it very well, but there's a little apple and a couple kissing. That could be quite useful. Yeah, I might have to investigate more of these when I go back to that shop. So anyway, we'll pop those aside. I also picked up this. It's a fat quarter, and the colour really appealed to me. If you're used to my channel, then you'll probably know that my favourite colour is a dark red. So that was, as soon as I saw the colour, it was like, ooh, I want it. And then I looked at the pattern on it, and I thought it was really cute. So let's have a look, because I haven't taken it out of the package to have a proper look. So it's fat quarter. I'm just opening it up here. And it's got this cute little, it's very American, cute little truck with an American flag. It's got this little camper van, little basket of apples, hot air balloons, these children and dog on a swing, lighthouse, bicycle, these cute little bird houses, a little sailboat. Yeah, this little tower of, I think it's beehive. It's probably off screen. Let's pull it back into screen. This little stack, I think, of supposed to be beehives, because there's a little, oh no, it's not a bee, it's a little bit of lint. I don't know, whatever they are, they're cute. Little drums, little parade here. That's super cute. So I thought, you know, that could be a really nice journal cover or something. I wasn't going to leave it behind. It was the only one of it there. And so I thought, yeah, I'll probably regret it if I don't buy it. And it was only $2.50. So why not? And I'm never going to fold this back up properly, am I, on camera? It's like you unfold a map and then trying to fold it back up. Yeah. We've all been there, done that, don't we? Haven't we? Gosh, use proper English, girl. Oh, not too bad, but I'm not going to bother putting it in the plastic right now, because you don't need to see me fight with that. So that's my other find. And my last find is this. Right on the table, sort of almost in front of the counters, they had this glitter paint. And you've probably seen me use, where is it? This one before. I've been using this quite a bit. It's clear gel. They call it glitter paint, but it's like a clear gel with this glitter in it. And I thought, well, this one was $3, and I'd never seen it before, and I thought, I want to try it. Now, I have actually tried it, but I will try it again with you on camera, because this new one is better than this one. And I'm really sad that they had about 4 or 5 colours of this one. And I'm sad now that I didn't buy them all. Although I didn't know what it was going to be like. So I'm hoping they'll still have it when I go back. Because they had a really cool orange one. And I'm particularly sad I didn't get the orange. I don't know why I didn't get the orange. I think I was trying to think of what I might use. Oh, that's right. I've still got the cap. I haven't taken the paper cap out yet. It's still in there, so I'm never going to squeeze that out. So this has actually got a colour base. It is more like a paint. And I feel like the glitter's kind of more distributed. I hope you can see that. I was really happy with it. I thought it was cool. So they had a purple one, the orange one, this one, and I can't remember what other colours. But super keen for $3, and it's quite a big bottle, 250 ml, so it's a cup worth of glitter paint. I thought that was a pretty good deal. So when I go back, I'll be looking for the other colours and snapping them up, and it dries really quickly. Although it is warm in here, the fire's going, so that probably is helping it dry. But yeah, really quite impressed actually for the price. I thought it's way better than this. I mean, this is fine. It's okay, but I feel like this one gives a much better result. And I don't know what this is, obviously foreign language. It's Colour & Co. glitter paint. It's got lots of foreign writing on it. Where's it made? Made in China. Okay, yep. Where a lot of things are made, aren't they? But yeah, anyway, showed you that. So super happy with that. Okay, so that wasn't, I didn't get a lot, but I had to use my bank card to activate it. So I needed to get to a shop or a ATM to activate my new card. And of course I chose a shop because I am stuck at home like all day, every day with my foot in a cast. I can't get out of the house by myself. So, you know, I was dying to get out and see a bit of the world, see a shop, spend a bit of money. You know, that's always good, isn't it? Bit of retail therapy. So I'm just trimming off. I'm going to save that. It's a bit ratty, but I can use it for something. I've got a pharmacy bag here, just a regular old pharmacy bag, and I'm going to cut down beside this seam here, and I'm going to do my collage on this brown paper bag, because I was thinking, what am I going to do my collage on? And I spied my stack of bags and I was like, why not do it just straight onto the paper bag? And then it will already have the nice writing surface on the back. So I'm going to turn this way up. And it's a nice big bit of paper. It's like A3 plus a bit. So I should be able to get some nice journal cards and tags and things out of this. And I'm going to do a neutral collage. So I've grabbed some book pages and all that sort of jazz. And I'm just going to start. Actually, I think for this, I'm going to do ruler straight torn edges for this collage, just because that's kind of what I'm feeling. Normally I'll do just the roughly torn edges, as you're probably aware. That's my common collage style. So this time I'm just going to go a little bit different, and I can see that this book page is not printed straight on the page. I always find that quite fascinating. So I'm not going to use the title there. And these bits, they're not very wide, so I'm just binning them. These strips I'm tearing off. And it's slightly shiny, so I think stamping on it could just be a bit hit and miss. Might just rub off kind of thing. So I'm just going to bin those. And I'm going to try not to do too big a bits. I'm just tear into different pieces, and I'm not worried about them being super straight. If they're not, you know, perfectly straight, I'll just overlap them. And that's a different font on that side. I like this book. On one side it's got italics and really tiny, and then on this other side it's just got normal like Times New Roman style font. So let's do a bit of Gone with the Wind. So I hope you're all having a fabulous day, my friends. Now this strip I will keep because it is one I can do something with stamping. Yeah, I hope you're being creative this week or having fun with something somehow. Always like to know that you're having a good time or a good week, that you're all well and healthy and happy. It's always good to know. So yeah, I received my 4th cast on yesterday, so I'm recording this on Wednesday. I don't know what day it's going to go up. It may go up today, it may go up tomorrow, I'm not sure. So I received my 4th cast in 3.5 weeks, which yeah is quite weird when I think of it like that, to have so many casts. But because of the shape of my leg, they weren't expecting my last cast to do the entire 4 weeks, and it didn't. When it gets loose, you start getting more pain, and I could feel my ankle twisting inside the cast, which is, you know, not really what's supposed to happen when they want it immobilized. So back it was into the hospital to get it changed, and I had a purple one on. So my first 2 casts were just a particular type of cast, plaster of Paris ones that had splits in them. And then my 3rd cast was a purple one, purple fiberglass, and my current one is now pink fiberglass. So I thought, well, I might as well take the opportunity to have a colour change. And it's quite almost a neon pink, I would call it, a pale neon pink, if you can picture that. There is a picture on Instagram, if you're on Instagram, of my new pink cast. Because, you know, I like to share with my friends, to share what's going on. Right, I'll get to gluing down in a second. I thought, well, I might as well just start by tearing some bits and pieces. So we can have a nice run at gluing down. And just doing a selection. I've got some recipe book here too, and I really like this little person with a serviette tied around his neck and a little plate. So I think I want to save that little image for a different type of collage. Let's roll it across there and take him out for another purpose. Just pop him to the side, and we can use this little strip. So this is more of a white paper, it's a lot more modern, but that's okay. It's got a different typeface, and you know, it's got numbers and what have you. So I hope you don't mind me just doing a bit of collaging with you guys. It's always nice to have you join me and have a wee chat. I know, you can't talk back, but you can always leave me comments. I love getting comments on videos. It truly makes me feel like this is all worthwhile when you say something back to me. And most YouTubers will tell you that too. They just love hearing from viewers because it helps you feel connected, helps you feel like you're not just sitting talking to yourself every time you turn the camera on. Right. Don't think I want this little image here. It's not particularly singing out to me, so I'm not going to save it. Oops. But I'm always checking what images are on book pages to see if I want them. And I do that when I'm watching other YouTubers too, and they're tearing up pages and I spy an image and it's like, really, you're not keeping that image? I would. But we're all different, aren't we? We all have different things appeal to us, and we use different things in our style and whatever we make. Right, just do a little, oops. How about we hold the paper down? And I'm just gonna save that bit. I'll have to tear more, but just want to take some of this as well. This is from a magazine from 1966. It's a stamp called Stamp News, and I wish it was older because I would love to scan it. There's some really cool things in it that I'd love to scan, but it's not old enough for me to scan legally, so I'm just carefully choosing out parts that I wouldn't scan and using those in collage and things, and the rest I'm kind of just hoarding. I mean, by the time we get to 2066, when it might be safe to scan it, I'm probably not going to be doing this anymore. I don't know, but you know, I'll probably never have a chance to scan it and use it, but I'm going to hoard it anyway. Well, for now, who knows? I've got several of them. That's something my husband picked up for me on an auction site. So, you know, maybe I'll use one if I find one where I was like, yeah, I can use that. I'm looking at both sides here because there's cool stuff on both sides. Interesting bits and pieces. For sale notices. Right, okay, let's get gluing. As I said, we're going to need more, but we might as well get started. So, grab the glue stick and let's get to it. I haven't done collage in weeks. I'm really behind on my Marguerite Miller by at least a month. And I was tempted to do that, but I was just in the mood for doing some neutral collage, so thought, why not? This requires less thought. I don't have to hunt for images to do like the Marguerite Miller collage. I can just grab neutral bits and have some fun. Have some real low-key, really restful fun for as long as I can stand sitting here, which may not be very long. The new cast is quite tight. It's a lot tighter, and it's, to be honest, it's not a very good cast. It's got a hole like 3 inches on the end of their fiberglass bandage that they put on that then hardens, which I can lift, like the whole thing is not stuck down. And it's tight because she thought that I'd be, you know, mostly past the swelling stage. My foot is still really big, but not as big as what it was. Now I'm just trying to alternate how the direction of the text as well, so that when I cut it up, it doesn't matter which way I'm cutting it. Yeah, and so I think she did it a little bit too tight because I am prone to swelling, which is why they were doing them loose to begin with. Or not super loose, but enough to allow a little bit of swelling. Because if my leg swells and the cast is too tight, it's going to get very painful. So all that to say that if my leg starts to swell while I'm sitting here at my desk, I may have to quickly evacuate and go and put my foot up properly, because it's kind of up but not properly when I'm sitting here. So yeah, that was a big long story, wasn't it, to tell you that I may have to disappear in a hurry, and if I do, I apologize. But I don't want to end up with agony because I've swelled up. Gosh, I don't know. Some words are really hard to say these days. It's like I can't get my, oh, well, that wasn't ideal. It just, oh well, I'm just going to leave it. It glued itself. I gouged the glue and then it glued itself back down. I'm just going to leave it like that. It's not going to hurt anything. It's just an extra layer. So we'll let it be. Let's go this side. I'm doing too much talking, aren't I? I wasn't paying attention to what I was doing with the glue stick. I'm going to need to change out this glue page anyway. It's getting very, very sticky. I'm going to go through a lot of glue pages. I can see that. But that's okay. What does this say? It says, diplomacy is the art of dividing a cake so everyone thinks he has the biggest slice. Oh, that's fun. I didn't know there were little sayings in this recipe book. That's fun. It's probably, it will end up being cut up, but anyway. Oh no, I need to blow my nose and the tissue box is empty. Fortunately, I've got a serviette here that will do. But I want the top layer. Just bear with me a moment. I am going to take the top layer off because it's only a single ply. Okay, I'm going to tear out the stars. This is one that my mum gave me when I was staying at mum's to use, and I didn't use it, so I just brought it home. So I'm going to keep those stars, and then I'll use the rest of it to blow my nose on. There we go. Keep you. You can go on something for sure. Ah, that's better. Hate a drippy nose. Right. Okay. New glue page. Yes, nothing is sacred, even a serviette that you really need to blow your nose on. Right, we just need a little bit of something to fill that wee gap. That will do, but I don't want that little blank bit on the bottom there. I could have just turned it over, but it had a big blank bit in the middle, so there we go. Kind of feel like I need more variety, so here we go. Here's a different colour bit of paper, and this is out of Pride and Prejudice. So I've got a few classics, Pride and Prejudice and Gone with the Wind, I think I've got in this little lot. It's quite crunchy paper. It actually doesn't feel very nice, it's quite coarse, but it's a really lovely colour. Let's just pop that down there, and I'm trying to make sure I'm not having like straight lines. I see I've got some that I'll need to work on to make sure they don't come out all in a line, because that's kind of boring. And it's only a thin paper bag, so I'm not worried about, you know, adding extra layers, because normally you'd have your substrate, then your collage on top, and then your backing layer of writing paper. So we'll be skipping that bottom layer. So I'm not worried about, you know, overlapping these and creating bulk, because it will need that strengthening, I believe. That side's quite fun. Little bit of that way, a little bit of recipe book. I've got another recipe book too. I've taken a bit out. I don't think I've cut it, torn it up. Let's find it and tear a piece, tear up a page. Oh, that's right, I've got some dictionary page as well. Let me just fossick here. Here we go. This is a different recipe book, and it's got a lovely beigey, well, tanny colour. Good for stamping on as well, these strips. And it's a finer paper than the other one. It doesn't feel quite so coarse. Cakes Uncooked. I'm not going to get this whole thing done on camera, because it's quite a large piece of paper. Let's pop that one there, and then I'll fill in that gap. White slice. Never heard of a white slice before. I suspect I've eaten it before as a kid though. Because the name kind of conjures up something that I've eaten. Glaced cherries and fruit and cremolata. Oh, I can't remember how you say it now. Cremolata. It's kind of like a white fat. I can't remember what it's made of, but yeah. Let's just put that there. Don't overthink it, girl. Just get it down. If there's any bad words, then I'll just make sure they're covered somehow when I decorate up whatever it is, whether it's a journal card or a tag or a pocket. We'll just make sure we cover it up. So I've got a tiny wee gap there. Let's put a little bit of dictionary page, because this is really tiny writing. Take off the top, and I just want a little narrow strip. Oops, tried to put it in the rubbish and it just flew out. Right. Tiny little piece in there. Let's pop it upside down. Right, and let's put this other bit, this wee strip here. Let's find a place for it. It's kind of got that gap, doesn't it? Just pop it there. Oops, I just tore it because it's stuck to my glue page. Yay! There we go. You'll glue down. You'll be fine. You'll survive once you're glued down. Whoops. If I can get it glued down. Sticking to my fingers. There we go. My fingers are getting all gunky, and I need a drink of my coffee. Just a moment. And it's getting quite cold because I forgot about it. Right, I think I'm going to change this page. Oops, tearing it. Stuck to my finger, so I tore it. I might even run out of glue stick before I finish this, so let's pop you up there a bit. Pop you there. So I'm not overthinking it too much, or trying not to. I'm just like want to cover my bag. Oops, cat fur. Of course there is. So there's not a heck of a lot I have to talk about really, because I'm just at home trying to fill in time, watching YouTube, catching up on some journaling, which is like super needed. I was so behind. I've caught up on 2 months so far, so I'm up to date to April, I think. So I got February and March done, and I've still got, like, they're not empty journals, but they've just got, there's days in each journal that need to be completed. So I've got to complete April, May, and then I've got to start on June. Like, I did a little bit of start on June over on Patreon, but I haven't actually written anything in my June journal yet. I've stuck some things in, but I haven't written anything. So I've got a lot to catch up on. I need to get cracking because I don't like being that far behind. I've got all my notes and stuff, so it's not like I don't have the information. It's just a matter of doing it. But I prefer to be current if at all possible. And I don't want to be heading into July, which is like in 3 days. Like, so I haven't got long with, you know, so much of a backlog to do. And I know I will end up having that because there's no way I can get it all done. It's just not going to happen. I know, and I've got stuff to do, computer work to do, as long as I can stand sitting at the computer. Stand sitting at the computer. Yep, I said that, didn't I? For Patreon, I've got new printables to get ready for Patreon for 1st of July. They may be a little bit late, but I like to get them out pretty promptly at the beginning of the month. And other bits and pieces that I need to do. I've got to do my newsletter for July. So lots and lots of things to do. So I can't just sit and do journaling all day. And yet, what am I doing with my day? I still get tired pretty quickly, I have to say. I've got a lot more energy than when I first came out of hospital, but I still get quite tired. I guess it's the healing process. So I'm just making sure I give my system that time and space, and not try and, you know, expect to be able to be back to normal. As normal as one can be on one leg. So I hope you don't mind me jabbering. I just feel like I'm blathering on about everything and nothing, which I guess is a little bit normal. A little bit normal when you can't talk back live. I'm also behind on Roxy's weekly challenge, but there's quite a segment of that I won't be doing, and even if I could have, I wouldn't do it. Just not something I want to do right now. So I think her latest one I might do, but I'm not sure. If it slides, that's fine. I'm not too worried if I don't get all of them done. So I've got that. I've got Marguerite Miller to catch up on. I've got the Inspired to Create 2023 challenge that AJ's Inspired Life and Missy creates. I've got to catch up on that. Again, if I don't catch up on them all, it's fine. but I would like to do the odd one here and there. And then there's prompt week from Lydia at February and June. I haven't done, because I haven't done my June journal, I haven't done the prompts for June, so I need to do that as well. So I've got plenty of things to get on with, really, more than enough. And not being able to sit for very long at a desk is not helping. Right, so how long have I been sitting here? I think I'm going to call it a day, go to the couch and put my foot up properly and give it a chance to calm down a little bit. And say thank you for joining me. I hope this wasn't too boring for you guys. I hope that it was just nice to have a catch up and perhaps you're crafting along. You know, listen to the conversation and just do your own crafting, whatever sort. It's just really nice to have you here. And I love how this is shaping up. I think once this is all done, it's going to look awesome, and then I'll cut it up. So maybe what I'll do in the next video is have had this completed, because I can probably do this at the couch when I'm not worried about filming. And then next video, maybe I'll cut it up and start decorating. How about that? Does that sound like a plan? I think that sounds like a good plan. So my friends, take care, have a fabulous day, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye.